Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a review on this Sephora Favorites Give Me Some lip kit that I picked up, and let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. Absolutely love it how it's in like a lip shape, and I really like how it has lips all around. Alright, so on the back right here they have this long, I guess not too long, like a medium sized length piece of paper which actually talks about each product individually, and it does have like the ingredients all listed out. So when you go ahead and open this up, this is what you're actually gonna go see on the inside. So you have all your lip products, and then you also have these black piece of like frilly kind of stuff, which typically does come with like every lip kit that you go ahead and see. So I will go ahead and go through each product on its own. I go ahead and swatch them and also try them on for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first item I'm actually going to go ahead and start off with, this is from Urban Decay. This is their Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion lip gloss in the color SPL. And let's go ahead and talk about packaging. Very simple, very clean, to the point. You actually go ahead and see like the product of like the color already. So let's go ahead and talk about the doe foot applicator first. So as for this doe foot applicator, I feel like it's like your typical regular lip gloss doe foot applicator. You would go ahead and see it's just a little bit slanted on the top. And as for application wise, I would say that when I went to go and apply this on my lips, it definitely did go ahead and tug a little bit, since it is like a lip gloss. And when you go to apply this on, like there isn't really much of a color, since you guys know glosses like tend to be clear and a little bit more like on like the sheer side, and this definitely smells like very minty. So after you go to apply this on, you can probably wait like a couple of seconds. Your lips start to like tingle a little bit, and I have to say this does feel a little bit sticky. So let's go ahead and try this on. So what do you guys think of this color? I'm definitely not feeling this color at all. It literally just looks like I applied on really shiny gloss with like glittery parts, and that is pretty much it. But I have to say, if you were to go ahead and wear this as like a lip topper, I'm pretty sure it will look really gorgeous. This is from Tarte, and let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. I actually really like the colors like on the cap right here. Definitely very oceany vibes. And if you ever do go ahead and get a chance maybe to like go in store or like feel the packaging, it feels a little bit rough, like a little bit bumpy, because it does have like this, I want to call them like raindrops or like water drops on here. So I guess depending on your liking, some of you guys might like it, some of you guys might think like, ooh, what is this? But I really like the packaging. Very simple, very clean, to the point. Alright, so this is in the color Bora Bora, and let's go ahead and talk about the doe foot applicator first. So as for this doe foot applicator, it's actually flat on both sides. So typically what I usually do with these doe foot applicators is that for one side I actually go ahead and apply on like either my top lip, and then for the other side I go ahead and apply on my bottom lip, and actually it spreads really well. But I have to say, as for lining, it doesn't really line that well on my lips, since the point is more of like a curve. So since this is like a clear lip gloss, there isn't really much color to it. I would say this is really good, especially as like a lip topper. So maybe for instance, if you're wearing like a matte liquid lipstick and you want like a little bit of like a shine to it, you want to put this on top. So as for scent wise, I would have to say I didn't really smell anything particular in here, but I did go ahead and smell like a little bit of like mint in here. So aside from that, since this is a lip gloss, it is definitely not long lasting at all. So anything that will go ahead and come in contact with your mouth, it will go ahead and come off. So let's go ahead and try this on. Alright, so what do you guys think of this color? I actually kind of do like the color, but I'm just really not feeling like the glossy kind of look. Like it has this really, I want to call it like a pearlescent or like an iridescent kind of like shine to it. It's not like your typical like lip gloss kind of like shine. It just has this really nice pearly shine to it. have, this is from Grande Lips. This is the pumping liquid lipstick, and let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. Very simple, very clean, to the point. I like it a lot, and if you were to go and look at it like on this side, you can go ahead and see like the color on the inside. And this is in the color Smoked Strawberry, and this is like a semi matte kind of like finish. So let's go ahead and talk about the doe foot applicator. So I've actually seen this doe foot applicator quite a bit often. So it is like slightly slanted, and it does have like a hole in the middle. Definitely for sure reminds me of like those Smashbox liquid lipsticks I have tried and used. And I would have to say, especially for this color, like the pigmentation is really good. Like when you go ahead and swipe it across your lips, like the pigmentation is like literally like just on there. Like it's like so poppin'. And as for the pointy tip for like lining your lips, I would say it lines my lips pretty well, since it does go ahead and like line my cupid's bow. It also gets really well into like the corners of my lips. And after you go to apply this on, I would have to say it starts to dry really fast, and this is definitely buildable. But you have to remember, like if you do go ahead and plan on like applying maybe like 2 or maybe like 3 coats of lipstick on, you have to work fast, because since when it dries, you know how matte liquid lipstick works. Like when you go ahead and apply on the first layer, it starts to dry, and you apply on the second layer, sometimes like the drying process, it gets a little bit tricky, and sometimes your lips probably like some of it might look dark and some of it might look light, so it gets a little bit tricky there. So aside from that, I would say this definitely does go ahead and last quite a long time. And after, I would say probably like a good 10 seconds, your lips tend to feel like a little bit tingly, since this is like a pumping liquid lipstick. So let's go ahead and try this on. So what do you guys think of this color? I feel very bold, very feisty. Maybe feisty might not be like the correct word, but I just feel very bold. I have to say, I do like the color, but I feel like it's just maybe a little bit too much for me. Next we have, this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their matte lipstick. And let's look at how about the packaging. It's very simple, very clean, it's to the point, and this is in the color Ruby. So you're going to open this up, you have your lipstick in here. So I would say, as for pigmentation wise, it is amazing, very poppin'. Like when you go to swipe it across your lips, like the color is just like bam, like wow. And as for the wear on the lips, I would have to say it doesn't really feel that comfortable, since this is like a matte lipstick. It does feel a little bit drying, especially for me, since I do have like sensitive lips. And as for like the wear, I would say anything that comes in contact with your mouth, it will go ahead and come off. So you definitely do have to go ahead and touch up. And also what I noticed is that when you go ahead and remove this lipstick, like I noticed that my lips did go ahead and stain a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and try this on. What do you guys think of this color? I actually overdrew my lips a little bit, got a little bit carried away. Since the color is a little bit pigmented, I would have to say this color is like very poppin', very wow. I feel like it's a really gorgeous statement color, maybe for like a date night, or maybe like a night out with your girls. This is from Bite Beauty, and let's go ahead and talk about packaging. Very simple, very clean, to the point. And this is in the color Pink Pearl, and this is like a multi-use. And what it means is that you can actually use this multiple ways. So for instance, use it as like an eyeshadow, as like a blush, highlighter, or even as like a lip product. So there is like a benefit to like a multi-use product. But for sanitary reasons, I'm only using this product on my lips. If I were to go ahead and use this on maybe like my eyes or like my face area, I would go ahead and like purchase another one. So as for the color, it's actually very light, very sheer. When you go to apply it on, it feels really nice on the lips. It feels like you're kind of not wearing anything, but you know like there's something on there, and the color is just so attracting. Like when you look at it, it's like you have to keep looking at it over and over again. Also, like when you go ahead and like turn in different directions, like the color is just so mesmerizing. So let's go ahead and try this on. Guys think of this color? I have to say I really like the color, but as for me wearing this color, I don't really see myself wearing this color that often. I feel like this color is probably like for like a special occasion, or maybe if I'm going on vacation, probably somewhere near like the ocean, because this definitely does go ahead and give me like a lot of like ocean, mermaidly, very sparkly kind of vibes. Final lipstick we have here, this is from Kat Von D, and this is in the color Lovecraft. And let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. Very simple, very clean to the point. I actually have a lipstick from her, and I actually did have like a little bit of difficulty time like opening the lipstick, but for this one it's actually a lot easier to open. The other one I actually couldn't really get like a grip on it. So this is such a gorgeous color. I really love the pigmentation. It feels so nice on the lipstick. It feels literally like so lightly, kind of like you're not really wearing anything, but you know like there's something on your lips. And as for like the moisturizing and like the creamy part, I would say it's not nearly as like moisturizing and creamy as like the Marc Jacobs ones I have tried and used, but I have to say it's almost there. And as for long lasting wise, I would say it definitely doesn't really last that long. Like if anything that comes in contact with your mouth, maybe like if you're eating or drinking, or if you accidentally like wipe or touch your mouth, it will go ahead and come off. So you definitely do have to go ahead and touch up throughout the day. So let's go ahead and try this on. What do you guys think of this color? I really love this color so much. It's absolutely one of my favorite colors. I can definitely see myself wearing this as like an everyday color. Like it's just so pretty, so gorgeous. For my final thoughts on this lip kit right here, I would say depending on you, it might be worth it and it might not be worth it. So since this does go ahead and retail for like $28 and you do go ahead and get one full size item in here, which is the Anastasia matte lipstick right here, which I believe it is probably $21 or $18. I forget. I think it's somewhere in between there. So I feel like it's a good deal for those of you guys who actually like all of these products. I feel like it's not a good deal if you probably like maybe like one or two products. But for me personally, the only two products that I really like is the Kat Von D, which is the one I'm actually wearing right now, and the Bite Beauty one. Aside from the rest of it, I didn't really like it at all. So I feel like it wasn't a good deal for me. But I would say for those of you guys who are wanting to try out like a variety of like lipstick brands slash lip glosses slash like lipsticks from like different brands, I would say go ahead and get this set. But aside from that, just like I mentioned before, depending on your liking, it might be a good deal, it might not be a good deal. So yeah, well, that is it for today's video, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye.